Today, we're talking about a topic that I've had a lot of firsthand experience with people who have come to work with me at Speechify. I'm going to share with you how they landed their dream jobs with me and what you can do to do the same thing to land your dream job in the organizations that you would. So step one is figuring out what your dream job is. This is in some ways the most difficult part of this equation. There's a bunch of thought experiments you can do in order to find the answer to this question. One of them is to go, what can you learn about incessantly without ever getting tired? What can you spend all your time doing and never get tired of it? What is something that gives you energy to do? The other way is to discover what would be your dream job is to read a lot of books. Find biographies of people who you might be inspired by, learn about other people's lives, and see if something in their lives sparks your interest. The next thing you should try is talk to other people around you who have different jobs, and then try different things as much as you can. Find the most amazing person that you are inspired by and work underneath them, and see if you can add value to them. Okay, so what goes into a really good cold email or cold Instagram message that will actually garner a response? Number one, it needs to be short. So keep it under a paragraph. And here's the structure that you want to hit. Hi, name. I admire you for the following reason. Make it specific. Give them a compliment. Make them feel good about themselves already. Validated. Two sentences about why you're awesome. Won this competition. Student here. Built this. Created that. Have this ambition, etc. I'd love to help you with X. I'd love to help you make YouTube videos that will convert at a higher rate than your current videos. I'd love to recreate the thumbnails of your YouTube videos. Pick a skill and then connect with them either over Instagram or LinkedIn or email or text message and see if you can get a response. If you don't get a response, message again. And then here's how to brute force any system in the world. Open a Google Sheet, numbered 1 to 100, and then write down the names of 100 CEOs that you admire. For each one of these people, include their Instagram, their LinkedIn, and their email. Now I want you to reach out to each one of those person on every single one of those platforms. And then mark in another column in Google Sheets, did you send the message? And then come back to that sheet a week later and follow up on every single one of those platforms. And if you do that 3 times, I guarantee you'll get a response. There's almost no chance that people will not respond to you if you do this. The other thing you can do in the email is say, hey, I really admire what you're doing. I don't know how I can add value. What is something I can do to save you 3 hours this week? Most people, if they're creative, they'll come up with an answer. Let's say you get in this call with this executive and they go, you're amazing. I want you to work with us. And then they send you a contract, you sign the contract, you have a start date. If you want to be amazing, suggest that you can start working tomorrow because time kills deals. Don't leave a lot of time for you to lose the opportunity. Just start as soon as possible. The first thing you should go to your CEO or whoever you're reporting to, but also who they're reporting to, and ask them, what is your 3 biggest struggles right now? And what's the 3 biggest opportunities in the company right now? You can probably alleviate one of their 3 biggest struggles by just taking on the job. And the 3 biggest opportunities, just help them work towards these things and ask them questions and be curious. 2, any startup, the number 1 rule is talk to users. Talk to users, talk to users, talk to users. And talking to users is hard. It takes time. It takes energy. The CEO typically doesn't have time to do it. So if you go talk to 20 users and you write down what they say and you provide it in a very digestible way to the CEO, that's really valuable. And it'll also show them that you understand the business and care about the business to a degree that other people don't. Next, be responsive. If they message you, quickly respond and also initiate with them, message them these types of questions and then deliver results. At the end of the day, that's the most important. One day I got a cold message from a guy. It followed the format that I suggested. I gave him a job to redesign our website, to recode our website off of a design. I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning. It was done. It was done. He did it in 1 night. It wasn't perfect, but he delivered an MVP, minimum viable product. So whenever you build anything, use minimum viable product methodology. Deliver something that does the minimum of the final end product. It doesn't need to be polished, but just put it out there into the world. Speed is really important. If your boss suggests that you do something and you respond a couple of hours later with it done, even if the quality is low, that's really high value. Also, take responsibility, take ownership, take initiative. That's how to quickly get promoted and become invaluable to the company that you work. So, how do you land your dream job? Number 1, figure out what it is. And more than finding the dream job, find the dream boss. Who is the person you want to learn from? And then be incessant about following up with them. Number 2 is make a list and then follow up with everybody on that list. So do the cold outreach, use that kind of email template. And number 3 is once you get that job, add value to them. Figure out what's the 3 biggest struggles, what's the 3 biggest opportunities, and how can you save them time? That's it. That's the game. And hey, let's say you want to work at Speechify. You're like, this is really cool. I want to help make the internet accessible. I want to create the voice of the internet. I want to work with a team of 100 people who's going to be 300 people next year. Email Simeon@speechify.com or Cliff@speechify.com and tell us why you're awesome, why you want to work with us, and how you can create value for us. Include your resume, include a link to your GitHub or your LinkedIn. And if you send a good message, we'll respond. And with that, happy listening. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. If you found this useful, share it with a friend. You're going to find your dream job. It's easier than you think. So happy hunting. And as always, happy listening.